I sort of wonder about these bird things with the glow. I called them bats. Are they eating bugs? Does this place have bugs? Because if this place has bugs that fly, then this place might have land. Land would be nice. I'm grateful for the medical tech, because I'm definitely healed up from that run-in with Mr. Croc. But I wonder if they eat bugs, because the other thing would be fish, but I haven't seen any of them skimming, which you would see with that. And if they're eating bugs, I wonder if they're using the lights as a lure. If they hunt by night, or maybe if it's a communications thing. I also wonder about their reproduction, because I haven't seen any of them land, but maybe they're like albatrosses, where they fly for like most of the year straight, and then land and have babies? I don't know. There's a lot I don't know. I wonder why the peepers have eyes that glow. Because I assume that the help that gets for night vision is reduced by making you more visible to predators. And with that, that's usually only seen in species that dive really deep, that have the vision eye spots. So I wonder almost if they have some sort of cave system that they live in, and the ones I see are just the ones I can see, you know? That didn't make a lot of sense, but... Now, you said you had data for me. Geological data. Ocean, planet, oxygen, nitrogen. Oxygen, nitrogen, but is it in the correct ratio? Because I'm not feeling like nitrogen narcosis is the way to go. So I'm hoping that's Earth-like ratio. Biodiversity, I had noticed. May support... That's not a standard term. Who programmed this thing? Come on. Water with high levels of foreign bacteria. Beyond Federation space. Yep, I knew that when we came here. Oh, come on, they're gonna send someone. Get a hazmat suit and an extensive support apparatus. Well, I'm gonna try. So my concern about the bacteria in the water was warranted. You really wouldn't want to go into the water with open wounds on Earth, either. But I have a knife now. And it's gonna be a harvest knife and not a fighting knife, because I'm probably better off with my fists, to be honest. Let's take a look. Table coral. Table core. Yay. Oh, right. Forgot I got a scanner. There we go. Organize my belt. Come back up. Alright, I have a sample of table coral. I have my scanner. I can scan. I should scan myself. You're right, computer.
Self-scan complete. Vital signs normal. Continuing to monitor.
Glad to hear it. Table coral. Acid mushroom. Coral shell. Let's see about harvesting a bit of the coral shell. There we go. I heard somebody angry, so I'm gonna skedaddle while I breathe. Okay. We seem fine. So I got coral samples. That's good. Just admiring the sound of things. Hi, big guy. I'm keeping an eye on you. Writhing weed? Yeah, you. Hey. You behave. I'm being non-threatening. There you go. Yep, you just head off now. Good boy. Hey! What did I just tell you? I am leaving. You should leave too. Hi! Why are you chasing me so persistently? I don't want to hurt you. And I don't think you want to hurt me, because if you hurt me, I'm going to hurt you. And I got a big knife. Again, I probably shouldn't use it, but I do have it. Come on. Oh, come on. Not a fan of turning my back on him, but I need to get back up into the pod to get him off my tail. Alright. You done circling? I'm just gonna give him a moment to think about what he did and maybe go back to his territory. This is mine. In my life pod. Okay, where's he at? I think I'm gonna do something stupid.
Warning. Local radiation readings suggest the Aurora's drive core has reached critical state. Quantum detonation will occur within 2 hours.
Okay. So that's not good. Hi! That's a nice little bite you got out of me, but I got a scan! That was completely stupid of me, but I wanted a scan. Yeah. How am I doing? Oh, I'm normal. I mean, I got bitten, but I wouldn't have done that if I didn't know there was a first aid kit, and I didn't let him hit anything important. So, anyway, while I was doing that, it said something scary. There's a radio transmission. It's a radio transmission.
Receiving re-recorded distress call, laying back.
This is Lifepod 3, uploading our coordinates.
Yes!
We're plugging some holes in our emergency sea glide, so if we're late for the rendezvous, don't panic. Also, don't go home without us. Seriously. 3 out.
Okay.
Signal location uploaded to PDA.
Okay. I need... How am I doing? I have 2 foods, but I need water before I can depart, because I'm not liking the sound of that radiation, and maybe if there's more of us, we can figure something better out to get through this. Because when that thing blows, I don't know if I'm gonna die. I mean, I'm totally getting cancer after all this when I get home, but that's, you know, not worth thinking about right now. I always thought about that. I wonder what's going to give me cancer. Because, you know, I'm out in the sun a lot, and I work with a lot of chemicals. So, I always sort of wonder. I'm like, I'm probably going to get cancer someday. I wonder what's going to give it to me. And now I have an answer. I need some more of those bladderfish, computer was calling him. Yeah, see? I beat you. I noticed it first. Come on. Where are all the bladderfish? There they are. Alright. Let's snag a few. What a beautiful place. I hear you. Well, let's leave that for now. Okay. That should be enough water to at least start us off. Yeah. And another fish. let's make our way back. Hi, mister. Maybe it's a breeding pair. I don't know how the seasons around here work, or even if that species abides by a strict breeding season. A lot of species don't, especially in tropical areas, but if it is, then that would be why they're being aggressive. Other than the obvious that I am competition in their turf. Let's have a hoverfish.
Consider disguising the flavor of unsavory meat with salt or locally sourced herbs and spices.
Hey, this is perfectly savory meat. This is delicious. Let's just cook up a bunch of it. Lasts longer cooked, right?
It is common for those accustomed to synthetic foods to be repulsed by eating an animal carcass. Remember that humans survived this way for millennia. You can too.
Hey! I'm actually excited about eating an animal carcass.
Bleach is an essential chemical used for cleaning wounds and purifying water.
Again, just saying things I know. But, yeah, come on, they've been feeding me synthetics for, like, ever. And I'm genuinely so happy to have some real food. And it could use with some flavoring. But I got food. Alright, they said I have 2 hours? Debating staying here or making a break for that. Because I guess being in the pod might be safer, but they have a pod too. Let's die with friends. If it's between that and alone. Guess my mind's made up. Alright, you're going that way. Oh, missed him. Yoink. Lots of interesting shapes of animal.
Oxygen.
Yeah. I really need that bigger oxygen tank. Looks like a lot of the same. Bit more coral, actually, around here. Getting better at catching fish, I think. Oh, lots of materials on here. I should cut back for them, maybe. There's a big creature. Big sound, anyway. Doesn't necessarily mean a big creature. Cicadas come to mind. I'm not actually a fish scientist. It's a beautiful place. No, it's just, that's the best job opportunity I could get, I guess. And I am interested in freshwater ecosystems, but more on the ecologist side of it. You know, how it all connects. But, you know, you take the work you can get. Hello? It's gonna get dark. At least I have a flashlight. Anyone home? Oh. Oh. Data pad.
New blueprint acquired.
Hey, mister. Don't think I didn't hear ya. It's pretty out here.
Oxygen.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Maybe somebody came by and picked him up. Sea glide fragment. There should be another piece somewhere that I don't really know what a sea glide does, but that will be good to have, I imagine. Salt for bleach. Okay.
Oxygen.
I think I need to get home because it's gonna get dark and that drive core is gonna blow up, and we're gonna be in trouble. So hi. Oh god. Okay.
A quantum detonation has occurred in the Aurora's drive core. The reactor will reach a supercritical state in T-minus 10, 9. Congratulations, survivor. You have exceeded your weekly access.
Yeah, I think there's more important things happening.
Data indicates that swimming was your favorite activity. Be sure to take your routine for uniform muscle development.
Move, move, move. I don't know what came over me there, but
The radiation suit has been out in the blueprint database.
I need to move. I need to get back. I'll be safer in there, I think. Okay. Let's take a moment on top of this coral. I guess I would have been upset too. With those two that attacked me. They don't know what's going on. Heard the bang. I don't know what's going on either. I guess. Not their fault. Didn't even scratch me. Why do they seem less alert at night? I wonder if that goes against my theory about their eyes. They seem less aggressive. Or not aggressive, defensive. Less quick to swim away when it's dark. So I guess they feel safer at night, which bodes well for me about predators being about. Or maybe they can't see as well, but the glow in their eyes communicates different to me. I guess nighttime is a good time for me to hunt, though. If I'm taking notes. I think having the sea glide will make things easier. So I think maybe I should go back and find the other piece of that. Radiation suit. I need a radiation suit. They said I can have a radiation suit. I need fiber mesh and I need lead. Let's at least get an oxygen tank. There. Good. Good. That's helpful. Fiber mesh and lead. That's two things I don't have, and I have a feeling that this isn't optional. Have some food, drink some water. Okay. Computer, do you know how to make fiber mesh and maybe lead? Copper wire and a wiring kit for the compass. A compass would be good, but you know, Sea Glide would be good. Okay. You seem to know how to make enough stuff. The wiring kit needs silver, which is a problem because I have none. Okay. So copper wire needs copper ore. Bleach can probably be used to clean my water, but I have a limited supply of bleach because it needs salt, and I don't have a way to get the salt out of the seawater. But I can at least disinfect some of it.
Preparing the day's water ration ahead of time will help ensure against dehydration and eventual death.
Yep. Captain Obvious again. Fire's pretty, but I worry that it's red. I guess all colors of fire are dangerous, but I worry about the gas it's off-putting, as well as the obvious, the radiation threat. Let's at least break down some more shipwreck. Titanium. Okay. Make some bleach. Make a titanium ingot. Sure, let's just compress it down. Should make things easier. Then I can bleach some more water. Because I do worry about pathogens, but I forgot how many fish I caught. That's a win. You know, I worry about pathogens, but my hands are out exposed in the water. Anyway. Alright. Let's unload some things. Seeds. That might be helpful. There we go. Alright. So, top priority going into, what is it, day 4? I think. I need to get the Sea Glide if I can. And I definitely need the radiation suit, maybe fins, which need silicon. A compass is silver and copper. I think that those are what will increase my chances the best. Okay, so most of the materials I need are minerals, because I need lead and probably more copper and a couple other things like that. So we're going to be breaking rocks, primarily. Yay, I'm normal. Yeah, I think that's the first time in my life that a medical device has ever called me normal. Okay. So let's start down here, because I also want to scan some more, hopefully get some blueprints. So over on this ledge, maybe there's some stuff. Grav trap. If that'll get me food, it's useful. Okay. Big, deep crevice. Bigger oxygen tank would also be good to have. Because even right now, getting to the surface for air is more difficult. But let's just get some scans out. Hi. Yep, you just carry on hunting. Okay, this seems like a pretty good spot here. Okay, let's salvage. Lots of salvage. I haven't tried knifing this. Oh, you can get something off of it other than berries. That's nice. More titanium. And up we go. Get some more air and then head back down. Lots of salvage in this area. Oh, that's something. That's an egg. Sure, I'll grab it. Maybe I can do something with it. Hi. Oh, okay. Just wasn't expecting him to move that quick there. Alright. Well, this is an interesting new area, certainly. But mostly I'm still after these rock deposits. More than anything. Lead! Hey, that's half of a radiation suit, right? Titanium. I'm just gonna kind of travel this area. There isn't a lot I can do about the other life pod that was destroyed. I wish it hadn't been, but what am I gonna do, you know? Keep moving.
30 seconds.
Alright. Since when do you do 30-second heads-ups? Not that I don't appreciate it in the sort of deeper water over here, but you didn't used to do that, I don't think. Sample analyzer. That's good. Okay. Sea glide. Sea glide. Yes! I can make a sea glide. From what I gather, it's like vehicles, so it could help me get around this area faster, which would be good to have for certain. Another great big coral tube. Alright. I need to find more limestone. But I don't want to get too close to the ship. I already don't feel comfortable with how close we are to it. Alright, that water looks a bit deep. Just, I don't have a good enough oxygen tank to go fully explore all the way down there. Alright, so head sort of back towards the kelp. The thing is, the kelp is both bad news and good news for me, because it means that salt for water, it means that I have more places to hide, but it's also, you know, other things have more places to hide that might be after me. But the computer calls them stalkers, the crocs. They aren't ambush predators, really. They seem to chase things. So I'm not sure why they're sticking to the kelp forest. They seem to be, but I don't know why. Because that would imply that there's something bigger that they might be hiding from. And I'm not a big fan of that. It might also be possible that because the smaller critters can hide there better, that's just where most of the smaller creatures are. I'm also wondering about the diet of a lot of these things, what they eat. Because it seems like a lot of them might be eating the kelp, because they're hanging out there, and it has those seed pods, which I would assume function sort of like a fruit. So that's a pretty good source of food for them. But also, I'm wondering about whatchamacallit, detritivores. Is I think the word. They eat dead things, and underwater you could sort of eat what is suspended in the water column, like filter feeders. So I wonder if we have a lot of filter feeders around. And which species those would be. I think the manatees filter feed, just by the way they're built. Okay, that's just a sea glide fragment. Hi, mister! Didn't get me that time. Yeah, just the way they're built, I think they are probably filter feeders. And interestingly, they don't seem to have a lot of predators around here, because I haven't seen any of the crocs going after them. They mostly eat the smaller fish, which makes sense given the shape of their mouth. If the crocs were eating something bigger like the manatees, I wouldn't expect them to have that very long, toothy mouth. That's characteristic of things that eat fish. Because it sort of gives you a wide, almost net to catch them in. You know, it's difficult to get around a mouth that is long if it's trying to eat you. I need to find that other piece of lead. I hesitate to be out here for too long, but I really need that radiation suit, I think, if I'm going to survive longer term. So I need to find more limestone so that I can get that one more piece of lead. I don't know where I'm going to get fiber mesh, but I'll figure it out. Oh, there's a big hunk of ship over here. Might be some blueprints around then. And we're dropping off into the deeper waters. I'm gonna go back up. Whoa. Geyser. There's another theory. If we have filter feeders that are eating bacteria, there might be... Hi, bud. There you are. Alright, you can chase me. Oh, two of you! Alright, now you're seeming more occupied with each other than me. But you're still coming my way. Can I skirt you? Yeah. Alright. No! No, we're following me. This is almost a pack hunting behavior. Alright, let's keep going backwards. I'm not going to take my eyes off of them. I don't know if they're capable of large bursts of speed, but if they're pack hunting me, then I need to keep an eye on them. So I'm just going to keep going backwards, look over my shoulder. I think getting out of their territory and possibly back into my hab.
Scans suggest this biome supports extensive biodiversity and connects to a number of small cave networks.
Okay. Yeah, I was seeing the caves. Because I don't think I'm going to be able to get these guys off of my tail. unless I head up into the hab and sort of break contact with them. Oh, you're really after me. Okay. Whoa. Alright, alright. There we go. Well, I guess no time like the present to... Oh, the sea glide's not hard to build. That's good. It's titanium, copper wire, materials. Oh! You say that the creep vine samples make the fiber mesh, so I need to go cut more of those. Okay, okay. That sounds alright. Let's take a look. I have my standard oxygen tank, eggs, non-functional sample analyzer, which if I could get that online, that would be great. Okay. Take stock. I need to make bleach because I got all this salt. So that's going to be more coral. That would be good. There's titanium, copper. I don't know if that egg is going to be of any use to me, but it might be. Should also probably eat here. Not the best food, but I'll take it. Yep. Yeah, I need to disinfect some more water. Okay. And I still need that piece of lead, but now I know that what I need is creep vine to make the other part of the radiation suit.